Geschichtsstunde, wird in 15 Minuten abgefragt. Klassenarbeit. No. Wie hieß das Schiff nochmal? Abfragezeit. Und wie hieß der alte Hydroarchon? Und wie hieß der Typ, der wo dieses Reich hatte? Hey, scheiße, das weiß sogar ich noch.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
Dass alle immer Tee saufen, Alter. Gibt's hier keinen Kaffee?
How can you be so much like Risley?
Ist mein Kaffee eigentlich ausdrucken? Ja. Genau.
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now.
Ah, hab alles vergessen. Eieiei, das Schiff war die Fortuna. Und die Dynastie war war das die Remuria? Ich hoffe, ich hab's richtig ausgesprochen. Und irgendwas mit irgendeiner Alten, die sich in eine goldene Biene verwandelt hat und er irgendwie die Schiffe. Heißt der Eidwin? Eidwin? Ach, keine Ahnung. Gegenfrage, wie heißt der Direktor nochmal? Immer noch Risley. Oh, er ist drin, der Name.
I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Seashween.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Hast du dich erholt?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sejuin is also busy with something or other, so let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meripede.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's Arlecchino.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why?
Das Lustige ist, wie er ihn halt lobt. Oh Mann, das ist unser Linne. Ich meine, wie klar kann es denn sein, Alter, dass das blöde Urmeer da irgendwo ist, wenn das da austritt? Ich meine, es wäre selber, wenn Öl auf der Straße liegt und ich drauf ausrutscht. Oh, da ist wohl Öl ausgelaufen. Alter, du bist ein Genie. Was isst du da? Ich fress gerade Mauarm.
I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Dein Verständnis für das große Ganze ist erstaunlich, Linne. Ja.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Nach einiger Überlegung teilst du die soeben von Risley erhaltene Information mit Linne. Ausdrückt, dass sich jetzt nicht in der Zeit des Konflikte zu schüren.
I I can't believe it.
Guten Abend, Lars.
The sea
Ich komme nicht auf dieses Betten
will
klar.
engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Ich kann der Story nicht folgen, Alter. Schaut mal diese scheiß riesen Betten an. Irgendwie werden die immer größer, oder? Oder täusche ich mich? Die sind doch jetzt... Die Charaktere sind doch jetzt kleiner geworden. Ich meine, schau auch die Kisten im Hintergrund an. Das ist doch alles viel größer geworden. Oder bin ich jetzt komplett deppert? Oder es ist der Kamerawinkel. Das kann auch sein, dass das alles größer erscheinen lässt.
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
Ey, hör auf, mich einfach in eure Familie reinzuziehen, ey.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Das Urwasser schrumpft alles und die Betten werden im Gegenzug immer größer, wahrscheinlich, ja.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Keine Ursache. Was ist das für ein Geräusch? Paiman hat Hunger.
Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Lass mich da stehen, ich will wissen, ob das wirklich stimmt. Ja, okay, nee, ist nicht größer. Oder? Keine Ahnung, Alter, es wirkt halt einfach irgendwie viel größer. Oder sind die Fatui-Schnitzel, die wir vorhin hatten? Halt, warte, die haben wir gar nicht bekommen. Ach Gott.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Oh, das ist die
We'll
Tree.
pick up ours as well.
Oh, scheiße. Das heißt nichts Gutes.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Wer weiß, was sie uns andrehen will.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Oh.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat?
Können wir selbst wählen?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Dann hätte ich gerne das köstlichste Gericht.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
Oh. Wenn ich von Siegschweden für euch bestellten Speisen an euren Tisch geliefert, anders als früher, sehe ich nur auf euer Glück. Getränke, der Geschmack ist etwas seltsam, aber laut hier sind sie sehr nahrhaft. Milchmixgetränk schmeckt ein bisschen komisch, aber es hat irgendwie geholfen, dich zu beruhigen.
So delicious.
Kostenlose Mahlzeiten schmecken am besten, schmeckt gut.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
Weißt du, wenn ich sowas vom Traveler zu lesen kriege, kostenlose Mahlzeiten schmecken am besten. Alter, der Junge schleppt halt, ich schlepp halt ungefähr 30 Millionen Mora mit mir rum.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
Sehr köstlich, danke.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
Ja, aber warum siehst du anders aus wie die normalen Melusinen?
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water.
Und die Chlorin noch dahin total steif.
Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
Was, nur 30 Millionen schleppt den Reisenden mit sich rum? Das ist untere Armutsgrenze. Ach, sei doch ruhig, Alter, du verdammter Horter, ey. Ich weiß, dass du von allem das 10-fache hast, was andere haben.
Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
Was? Ihm wird's hier gefallen. Chaos und Dunkelheit. Das ergibt kaum Sinn. Der Welt scheint eher ein Bürotyp zu sein.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Ist so geil, Alter. Er würde sich wohlfühlen mit der Dunkelheit und dem Chaos, Alter. Das will man auf jeden Fall hören. Okay, ich habe nicht mal 30 Millionen. Ich schlepp 80 Millionen. Ja, ihr seid auch Streber, Alter. Ihr macht alles immer.
Glorand! How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremonade too. You sure work super fast.
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sijwin and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sijwin was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
In the past, yes. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
Ja, danke dir, Villette.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Okay. Die Twin sieht bestimmt so aus, was in 5-Star ist. Das ist die Upgrade-Power der 5-Star-Kräfte. Dann bin ich mit meinen 78 Mille ja auch arm. Alter Scheiße, jemand hat mehr Kohle wie Pumpman? Was geht ab? Jetzt bin ich enttäuscht ein bisschen. Gut, ich muss aber auch zugeben, ich habe halt erstens spiele ich nicht mehr so viel. Und zweitens habe ich halt auch keine Ahnung. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 5-Sterne-Charaktere, 17 Charaktere auf 90, Alter. Und auch, Alter, so hochgelevelt. Ein Haufen auf 80. Also die Kohle ist auf jeden Fall investiert worden.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy.
Ja, ich bin auch schon müde.
Sleepy too?
Alter, wie lange geht denn die Story noch, Mann? Was ist passiert? Alter, schau mal, Paimon ist so groß wie das scheiß Kissen auf dem Bett. Sie ragt gerade so über diese Kante von dem Bett, von der Decke drüber. Aber was mich schon wieder richtig ankotzt, Alter, könnt ihr denn keine Zudecken benutzen? Ist es erst in der heutigen Zeit erfunden worden, oder was ist los? Paimon ist buchstäblich sofort eingeschlafen.
Delicious. Paimon want seconds for free.
Gute Nacht.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
Oh oh.
What happened? Why is everyone running?
Sport?
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Was ist das für ein Geräusch? Piper, mach auf, wir müssen raus und sehen, was los ist. Das Paul ist so groß, Piper reicht nicht mal bis zur Decke. Also, erzählt mal, was abgeht. Jetzt bricht das Urwasser aus, nachdem er es mir gezeigt hat, oder was?
What happened? Why is everyone running around?
Und warum hält er sich in den Kopf?
Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Häftling in Eile.
Wait!
Das war so eilig, der hat nicht mal einen Namen.
What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Ah, der Klatschmeister.
Quisto and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here. Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
Der Herzog meinte, wir sollen nach draußen evakuieren?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Dann bedeutet das, dass unten etwas passiert sein muss. Das Erdgeschoss ist vor dem Meerope und dort ist die Schleuse.
Oh no, it can't be that thing.
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Weißt du, die Drahtstanden sind so im Tratschen versunken, Alter.
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Fertig? Ja.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards.
Hoffentlich ist Fremde nicht dabei, nicht, dass wir wieder einen super Taucher brauchen. Der einfach denselben Scheiß macht wie jeder andere.
They're here.
Just like I said.
Es hört sich eher an, wie wenn da was
You're
durchgehen
just in
will.
time. But be ready to run. Three, two, one.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Was will denn sie eigentlich machen? Ich meine, er kann es vereisen, okay, aber sie, was macht sie? Oh, ich kann nicht blitzdingsen.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
Was denn jetzt schon wieder?
Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Alles klar, den Rest erklärst du mir später.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Hey, ich will da unten dabei sein. Was soll denn das, hör auf mich zu Farina zu schicken? Wobei, da möchte ich auch gerne dabei sein, verdammt.
Look, there are a ton of Fatui and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
Wir werden alles geben. Hätte der auch, da will auch seinen Schnitzel abholen. Sind die anderen eigentlich noch unten? Haben wir jetzt einfach dort gelassen?
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
Wie sie halt immer irgendwie gleich einen Spruch parat hat, Alter.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Ich bin Sensoras. Ich bin der Typ, der dabei war, wie eine von euch zur Staub verwandelt wurde. Das ist also Arlecchino, das Oberhaupt des Hauses des Kamins und der Vater von Linny und Lynette. Einfach zu sein, mit ihr umzugehen. Freut mich, dich kennenzulernen.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Sieht ziemlich freundlich aus, aber so einfach kann es nicht sein. Arlecchino ist jemand, mit dem man rechnen muss. Ich sollte besser umsichtig mit ihr umgehen.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
Ziemlich lecker. Ich denke, Paimon stimmt auch zu.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
Nein, es gibt keinen Grund für Tartaglia hier, so wirst du sagen.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Ich glaube an seine Fähigkeiten.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Farina sieht ziemlich nervös aus. Zwischen ihr und Arlecchino muss etwas nicht stimmen.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you.
Überwältigt ist gut, Alter. Der wurde halt richtig geowned, Alter. Einfach nur so Flatsch, Alter. Fertig war's.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, He just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
Der hat ihn einfach mal schon ein Slap gegeben, Alter, da war er fort. Über seine Aufenthaltsort habe ich einige Informationen gefunden. Warum kommst du jetzt damit?
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Ja, aber das ist nicht, was sie interessiert, Mann.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
Oh nein, Paimons Auge hat uns eine schlechte Lage gebracht.
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
Nein, haben wir keine. Es gibt aber auch keine Beweise dafür, dass er verletzt oder getötet wurde.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
Sie übt immer wieder Druck aus. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich sie überzeugen kann. Kann ich versuchen, ihre Aufmerksamkeit von Furina auf mich zu lenken? Ja, ich denke, es ist gut, so zu schreiben.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Was ist los?
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Oh oh.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Ooh.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Ja. Volle Otterpower, ja. Oder Power
Alright.
Maximum Output.
Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Ja, am Ende können wir sie immer noch platt machen, das passt schon. Wobei ich gespannt bin auf ihre zweite Form, Alter.